Helm, yeah, we'll probably end up doing more tours. Wade really enjoyed it. I did like a week or two stint with him, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm sure we'll set something up like that again, and maybe tour more of the country because we got a really good response from it. And the mid-season board, the Reflex CE with the molded fins, we don't have a release date for that yet. We're actually still working on some of the features on it. So um, that one, after the boots come out and kind of after everything's settled a little bit, we'll probably release that like a few months down the road. Um, if we do tours, would we have guests try out the boards? Yes, that's what we were doing. We went out to some cable parks out, like in Kansas and whatnot, and that's pretty much what we wanted it. We just want people to try our boards and test it out, see how they ride, and really just have a good time on them. So, I mean, the more people we get to ride them, the better. And that's definitely something we want to do. Like for sure, we don't want to just go out there and have us ride and whatever, and have that be the end of it. We really want to go out there on the boat and ride with you guys and answer questions, get you riding the boards. Um, the team's not really planning on releasing a video anytime soon. It'd be awesome. We've talked about it. We just haven't really had anything set in stone yet. But none of us are against it. We all like the idea of it. Um, will Slingshot ever sponsor a free riding tournament? I'm sure. If there's a good enough idea for a good free riding tournament, I'm sure they'd be down for it. They're all about it, and it'd be awesome to get myself, Jeff House, Jeff McKee out there and ride in it. That'd be awesome. Seven, if you have any good ideas, send them my way or send them Slingshot's way or anything. Um, AJ Sharp. The CE, I'm almost positive is going to have the exact same graphics as the current board. It'll just have the molded fins as well. But maybe we'll do something else. We're not sure yet. We've got some graphics that we can use, but I really like the current graphic so much, I don't really see a need to change it. Yes, Boca Raton. You can see a little bit of the core through the reflex. You see it's still outside. I'll go run and get it real quick. Be right back. Okay, so right in here, that line, this box, and all of these little dots are all see-through, so you can see what the core looks like and kind of see what's going on inside. It's pretty cool. Some strange alchemy going on in there. Got some wood stringers, some foam, all kinds of great stuff. So it's cool that all our boards you can really see what's going on in there. So yeah, we covered a ton on the reflex. Would any of you like to hear about the recoil or the response at all? I know the response is very, very loyal to Jeff McKee and his style of riding. So if you like his style of riding, you may want to ask some questions about it. But yeah, if you want, I'll just start going into some info on it. It is a continuous rocker board, fast, very, very fast. Nice, smooth pop off the wake. Nothing that's going to boot you off and make you explode and kind of lose your mind. It's a nice, consistent, smooth pop. Get the same thing every time. Nice, speedy, soft landing. Just a really mellow board. Girl, my sponsors. Ride for Slingshot, obviously. Skull Candy, headphones. Marine Products, which is a shop out in Utah, and The Boarding School with Sean Murray and Travis Moy. And they're all pretty nice. They're all good to me. I love them. They love me. It's great. Um, the response, we actually changed the tip and tail this year a little bit. There was a little bit too much going on with the tip and tail shape. It was just, there's a lot of lines where there didn't really need to be. So we just kind of made it into a nice little diamond tip, just nice and rounded at the top, nothing too extreme. So it's just, with having that diamond tip, it'll transition from edge to edge real quick, because there's not so much like on the toe side and heel side edge as regards to tips and tail. So it'll just transition back and forth really well. Does Slingshot make a wake skate? No, they don't. We were talking about it a little bit, just brainstorming, because we didn't really want to make a wake skate that was just another wake skate. We wanted it to be like the best you can get. And we were just brainstorming a bunch of things that we can put into this wake skate to make it really, really good. McLean, what's up, dude? So yeah, we would like to do it for sure. We just haven't really latched on to a perfect idea yet. So we'll move on to the recoil a little bit and talk about that. If you notice, the recoil has a pretty blunted off tip and tail. It's pretty squared, so it'll really get a lot of kick off the top of the wake. Like the more surface area you have in the tip and tail of your board, the more pop you're going to get. And this board has a lot of surface area in the tip and tail. Combine that. Oh, Brooke, I didn't know that was you. That's awesome. B. Rook is my sister. She's the sweetest. I love her very much. 7, this is actually the board House rides. This is the Recoil 142. Like I was saying, the full tip and tail really make it explode off the wake. Also, that added surface area really helps for coming down and landing, because a lot of times 3-stage rocker boards will have kind of hard landings unless they have some crazy bottom feature like a center spine or anything. But this, having so much surface area and the flex, it really kind of just softens up the landing a ton. Whether you're going in the flats, wake to wake, just into the trough, which is not where you want to land, it's always going to be pretty soft. So it's a pretty versatile board, nice and poppy if you're really into 3-stage boards, like heavy 3-stage boards. This is the one. It's going to be a little bit slower. This is the slowest board in our line of the 3. Which doesn't really mean it's slow, just slower than the other 2. So this is the heavy 3-stage board. The Response is our nice continuous smooth board, and the Reflex is pretty much a blend of the 2 with some added features for the rails. So overall, we've kind of covered everything with the line. As far as customers want, we really wanted there to be a board for everyone. That's why the team riders, Jeff McKee, Jeff House, and myself, we all have pretty distinct styles of riding, whether it be on the rails or how we ride the wake or whatnot. So we all wanted something slightly different in the board, so they wanted us to design boards that we would ride. And it's nice because it covers the spectrum of everyone. Everyone that's going to want to ride a wakeboard ever will be able to find something in our line that they really enjoy. AJ Sharp, the fast light 3-stage would be the Reflex. If you want a faster 3-stage, that's the one. If you want something just lightning fast, I would go with the Response. Boca Raton, the slingshot board that is the most forgiving for just a weekend rider. I would go with either the Reflex or the Response. Both have mellower rockers. I mean, the Flex is pretty much just going to make it forgiving anyway, but both those rocker patterns are a lot more gentle, if you will. Um, the Reflex's turned up rails will make it a little more difficult to catch your edge, but it's not going to be anything you'll really notice as far as just riding on the water. Would a basic rider doing mostly wake-to-wake tricks be able to feel the difference flex-wise? Absolutely. The first time I rode one and landed down the other wake, I was blown away at how soft it was. It really, it almost feels like you never even left the water. It feels like if you just rode and just edged over the wakes instead of actually popping off. So you will definitely feel it more so in the landings than you will getting your pop off the wake. It really depends how you load up the board on your way in. You'll notice the flex a ton if you're loading up the tail and trying to get it flexing on the way in and letting it snap off the top of the wake. But if you're just holding your edge into the wake, you won't feel it just buck you as much, but you'll really notice it on the landings. D, I believe the Response will land a little bit softer than the recoil, yes. That's just because the speed combined with the flex, it just makes it so when you land, you keep going no matter what. There's not going to be any hang-ups. Boca Raton, could you elaborate a little bit on the edge catching scenario? And as far as bindings go for an everydayer, whether it's closed or open toe, that really doesn't matter. I definitely think closed toe is just a lot better because it holds your whole foot down compared to just from your toes back. So I mean, I think closed toe is pretty much the best. That's the best you can get. What advice can I give to the up-and-coming shredders that want to be pro shredders? Just get out there, and I would do all the grassroots contests. Just go out there and make your presence known. Even if you're not going out there to try to win the contest, go out there and show them what you're made of. Show that you're something different. And don't be afraid to go up and talk to people. Go up and talk to everyone. Introduce yourself. Be a gentleman. I mean, being a gentleman will take you everywhere. I mean, as long as you're nice, people will be nice back and give you the time of day. So just go out there, get as exposed as you can. Try to, on a summer, just take like a 2-week trip to Florida or something like that, and if you can, and just kind of go and try to ride with different people. A closed-toe boot does not jam your toes on landings. A lot of people have asked that ever since closed-toe boots came out. Everyone's been so concerned with like landing super heavy on their heels, like moving forward and jamming their toes into the end and breaking their toe or whatever. I personally have never had my feet even move forward like that. It's just, I mean, it's just like if you're running around in shoes, like your normal shoes. Like you're not gonna jam your toes into the end of those and break them. It's the same thing with boots or snowboard boots, anything. So no, you won't jam your toes in the landing. I mean, I'm not going to say you won't, because I'm sure someone will find some way to do something like that. But it's pretty much not going to happen. What do I like most about closed-toe bindings? I just really like the comfort in it is unmatched because it just feels like a nice snug boot around you, like an UGG boot, and it holds your toes down, and that makes a huge difference for me. When your toes are locked down, it makes it easier to transition onto your heel side edge, and the easier it is to get on your edges, the better. So it just provides advantages. What riders, snow or wake, influence my steez on rails? As far as wake riders, Keith Lidberg, a ton. Pat Panacos, a ton. And then as far as snowboarders, my friend Ben Hanish lives out in Utah. Used to be my roommate, and he's unreal on rails. Yeah, that's all I can really think of off the top of my head. I'm probably leaving some people out. Brooke, no, I don't wear Uggs. That was just a joke. John Jeffries, do I wish they still made sandal bindings? Absolutely. They're going to totally make a comeback in those nice throwback contests Alliance has, which you need to do again. Oh, they'll come back for that, but that's it. Jeffries. So yeah, any other questions anyone has? Throw them at me. Got some friends that are on here. Oh, also, be sure to tune in tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific to Stoke Meter with Jeff McKee, Garrett Cortez from Alliance, and some other internet hopefuls coming on trying to excite you guys. So make sure you sign on for that. I know. I was supposed to go to Feet on Fire this year, and it seems like it ends up every freaking year. I'll get the call like 2 hours before it happens. Yeah, I can barefoot. Have you ever seen my barefoot suit?
No.
It's from like the 90s. It's my dad's. I know. um, so yeah, I really wish I went to Feet on Fire every year since its inception. I just haven't gone yet. What size board for a person that is 5'3"? I would go with like a 133 to a 135 range. That would be perfect size. You don't really want to go any bigger. You definitely don't want to go any smaller. But definitely 133 to 135 range, perfect size for you. No, John, not tonight. Yeah. We're running low on questions here, guys. What's the deal? What's the deal?
We've already gone 45 minutes.
Have I really?
40.
40 minutes. Time flies when you're having a great time on the internet.
We can go bounce some boards.
We can go bounce some more boards if you guys want to see Garrett and I jump on the same board together. It might excite you, two beautiful gentlemen bouncing up and down. Want to do that, Garrett?
Sure, I'll bounce.
All right, we're bouncing. Let's get this.
What board are we going to bounce on?
We'll just bounce on mine. Doesn't matter.
Let's bounce. Oh!